Good evening and welcome everybody. We have a speaker today in our series of What After BAMS, who's quite different from all the people that we've been hearing so far, simply because she's the first speaker we have who's going to be speaking from a government perspective. Now, usually when you do a BAMS degree, or for that matter, even when I did a science degree, you don't necessarily think of yourself of getting a job as an administrator in a government department. And these are valuable posts because they allow you to wear different types of hats and shape policy both at the national level. And today, as we are seeing, what we want to take Ayush to the global level. So one can play many different roles with having a BAMS degree. So this particular session, we have specially requested Dr. Sulochana Bhat to give because she's what I call a physician, scientist, administrator. And these require very different types of skill sets in both in execution and in thought. So with that introduction, ma'am, please give us your lecture. Super. You just have to play the slideshow.
Is it fine now?
Yes,
yeah.
Looking good. Please go ahead.
Thank you for inviting me. I should especially thank Dr. Megha for having me today. And I am very happy to be part of this young group with beautiful mind. I am Sulochana Bhat. I am heading institute called Central Ayurveda Research Institute in Bangalore. It's under Central Council for Research in Ayurvedic Sciences, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India. What after BAMS, as already informed to you all by Dr. Megha, I'll be talking to you about the opportunities in government sector, career opportunities after your BAMS. So as desired, I will tell what I have done and how I came to this position. So any admission in any course or taking up any job is either by choice or by chance or nowadays by force too. But mine was by others' choice. My maternal grandfather, I am born and brought up in a remote village in Western Ghats. My maternal grandfather, who is no more, was well versed with medicinal plants. He used to use medicinal plants for minor illnesses for himself, for his family, and the people who sought help from him. And he had great association with one Ayurveda Vaidya. He's Professor Narasimha Gayatri, who was a teacher in Government Ayurveda Medical College, renowned Sanskrit scholar, and he was an authority on Brahatrais, Charaka, Sushruta, and Vagbhata, all shlokas, all commentaries he thoroughly knew. So because of him, probably my grandfather took a decision, and I was also okay with his decision because I didn't have idea about different options available for me. I am from a village, and I am the first generation high school going girl from the village. So that's how I took an admission in BAMS, and choosing Hubli was also again not my choice because that was near my village. and I could have got better colleges, but because Hubli is nearby, parents said, yes, this is the best place for us also. So that's how I landed up in Hubli. In 1990, I completed my BAMS. 1998, I completed my MD from Government Ayurveda Medical College. The gap is because I got married in between, and I had a kid also by then. I was caring when I took admission. So this is how work-life balance we talk about. So that happened. And in between, I also worked in some clinics. I taught in a private college in Bangalore. I was also teaching. My husband was posted in Goa, and I was a teacher there also. I joined regular service in CCRAS, central government, in 2001. And I worked for 17 years in Delhi at CCRAS head office, Ministry of Ayush. Rest of the period I have spent in Bangalore, and a short period I was there in Mumbai also. Then I told you, profession by choice or chance, it's definitely by choice, but others' choice, but I am happy with their choice now. And why government service? Because I was also happily teaching, but my husband is in a government service. So it was transferable, and frequently he was moving from place to place, very difficult for me with the family and cope up with the transfers. And I never want to keep idle, so I wanted to work, and I wanted to be with people, connected to my profession. So that's how I took up a government service. It's not an easy thing, as you all know, where it is a competitive process, and you have to appear for an all India entrance exam. Then if you are qualified, then you have to face the interview, and finally you are selected. And posting is another hassle again. Your husband is somewhere, you are posted somewhere else, but somehow that was in place and it worked in my favor. Then to talk about experience, my workplace demanded uh, diverse uh, diverse activities, that activities like research research management. I was in head office, so managing 30 institutes involved in different research areas. We had to either formulate a research idea, or write a project, or revise a project and implement them, monitor them till it gets concluded, or it gets translated into a publication, or a clinical practice. Then integrative medicine has been my choice always. I worked with reputed organizations like ICMR, AIMS. I was posted in Safdarjung Hospital, Delhi for some time. And yeah, then I got funding from WHO on osteoarthritis. So it was a collaboration between Ayurveda and orthopedics department. So community level also I have worked a little bit. Policy making, we have to contribute it in a major way, sitting in the Ministry of Ayush. And HR management, of course, now I'm heading an institution. So we have to recruit them, and their capacity building. So the entire HR management is part of my job now. And of course, general administration, finance management. So to make you understand more about my activity, or what you can do, what role you all can play in future, all these requires a little bit of experience in the particular field, but you can aim for them. You can start preparing yourself for these assignments later in the life. May not be immediately, but maybe after 2 years, 3 years, in immediate future also. So in Ministry of Ayush mainly manages 5 areas. Number one, education, training, and capacity building. So there is education policy in place. There is national Commission for Indian System of Medicine, National Commission for Homeopathy. So we conduct several continued medical education programs. Ministry of Ayush also funds such programs. So collaboration with Skill Development Council is another area. The Ministry of Ayush continuously works in, and there is Health Sector Skill Council, and there is a vertical council on Ayush also. So this is in short about education and training. Then comes research. There are 5 standalone research councils under Ministry of Ayush. We are one of them, Central Council for Research in Ayurvedic Sciences, under which there are 30 peripheral institutes. CARI Bangalore is one among them. Similarly, for Siddha, there is a standalone research council, yoga, naturopathy, homeopathy, and Unani. Other than that, we also have collaboration with different other organizations. To name a few, under the government are ICMR, AIMS, IITs, CSIR, DBT, etc. Then the public health services. You may be knowing that National Ayush Mission is the biggest public health initiative by the central government. This is parallel to National Health Mission, under which there is Ayushman Bharat. You must have come to know about an insurance scheme, and also establishment of health and wellness centers. There are standalone Ayush health and wellness centers also in the country. They are 12,500 in number. They are functional. And when I was in the ministry, this particular scheme was devised, and I was the nodal officer, and I was responsible for planning everything up to the level of obtaining cabinet clearance. So that had happened at the time, and there are career opportunities in Ayushman, under Ayushman Bharat also. Each and every health and wellness center, there are 1.5 lakh allopathy health and wellness centers, which are headed by Ayurveda. They are called CHO, community health officers. Ayurveda, primarily Ayurveda. Some are headed by community nurse also, nurse, and mainly Ayurveda. So there is an opportunity. Public health initiative is a scheme by the Ministry of Ayush. Then integration of Ayush in other ministries like railways and defense has taken place. And the next activity is manufacturing and sale, regulating manufacturing and sale of Ayush medicines. There is PCI-H for developing pharmacopoeial standards for Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani, and homeopathic drug. That is PACIM&H is Pharmacopoeial Commission for Indian Medicine and Homeopathy. So there is a scheme called AUGSI. Anybody who is planning to develop standards, who have recognized laboratories of desired standard, they can apply for this scheme. There is also an extramural research scheme for developing standards for medicines, Ayush medicines. Then global promotion, as already informed by Dr. Megha. So global promotion is happening in a big way under the Ministry of Ayush. Many agreements are signed with different countries. More than 30 MOUs are now active. Then establishment of Ayush academic chairs in different universities. WHO is also interested, as you all know, after Alma Ata Declaration in 1948, the WHO must have published more than 50 guidelines, different documents on traditional medicine. Then entrepreneurship, development, and promotion of Ayush sector. That is another area where Ayush is now focusing. So I just want you to know that even at state level, there is an infrastructure under government in place. So there is Ayush Health Department or Commissionerate or Directorate, under which there are boards for registration, drug licensing authorities are there, hospitals and dispensaries are there, health Ayush Universities and colleges are also there. Pharmacies, drugs testing laboratories. So these are there. And state medicinal plants board is also there. Like at central level, there is National Medicinal Plant Board to promote propagation of plants. So here it is State Medicinal Plant Board. So this is the infrastructure available. This is for the entire Ayush, and Ayurveda has major share in this. Registered practitioners are more than 7.5 lakh. There are 789 teaching Ayush hospitals. 500 plus are Ayurveda alone. So annual intake is more than 50,000 for BAMS or bachelor degree. For PG intake is more than almost 7,000. Ayush hospitals are almost 4,000 in number. There are dispensaries, hospitals are there in Ayush, dispensaries. Drug manufacturing units are more than 88,000 in India. They all are GMP certified and recognized by the respective state governments. So other than this, Ayush also works in close collaboration with Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, because we were part of Ministry of Health and Family Welfare before it became an independent ministry in 2015. Then we also work with the Ministry of Panchayati Raj at grassroots level. Ministry of Women and Child Development is our major partner. Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, specifically for yoga. Yoga is, so these are different courses recognized by the government of India. As you all know, BAMS, you know about it. Then we can pursue MD or MS 3 years course. Then there is PhD in Ayurveda. This is a research program of minimum 2 years duration. You can also pursue PG diploma course in Ayurveda of 2 years duration, 16 disciplines. There are specialized degrees after BAMS. Maybe you can pursue in the area of pharmacy, medicinal plants, so and so on. There are other options also. People after MBBS take up business administration, some study public health. I know many people who have done public health from this kind of institutions and doing very well in the life. And civil services, many BMS, many Ayush doctors have become bureaucrats. So this option is also there. And what are the job opportunities? It's just an indicative slide. There are many more areas where you can have, you can work in the government. So two categories. One is regular employment. We call it permanent also sometimes. Another one is contractual. So there are post of medical officer, that is through All India entrance, like CGHS is through UPSC. Research officers are recruited by research councils, that is on examination, online examination basis. And for contractual level, there are senior research fellows, junior research fellows, consultants, medical officers. In the central government, Ayush also deploys them on different projects. Even railways, defense, there are many Ayush professionals now deployed. Of course, CCRAS conducts many studies, and in each study there are one or two personnel for sure. ICMR also runs many Ayurveda related programs. CSIR, ICAR, AIMS, IITs on the basis of the projects. So how will you come to know about all these? You have to be regularly seeing their websites, at least once in a week, maybe 15 days in a week, because you will have 15 days or 1 month time to apply for these jobs. Better if you visit the websites once in a week. That's what I sincerely advise you. It won't take you more than 2 minutes to open and see one website. Then at international level, okay, then state level also there are contractual and regular employment. At international level, WHO, there are academic chairs. Ayush physicians are deployed in different hospitals, allopathic hospitals in foreign countries. But due to paucity of time, I could not show those slides with you, but I can share those slides with Dr. Megha. You can in turn send those to the participants. And yes, of course, there are funding opportunities. Postdoctoral fellowship is there. Ayush PhD fellowship, it's awarded by CCRAS itself. Then Spark is studentship program for Ayurveda research Ken. So this is a scheme useful for BAMS students, maybe applicable to your Ayurveda biology scheme. I am not sure about it. So Panchakarma training course after BAMS. So you can open your own Panchakarma clinic later on after doing this. Then projects under intramural collaborative. As you know, TDU has 2 projects. So in collaboration with CARI Bangalore, you have Dr. Megha is one of the investigators in one very ambitious project. And we also have extramural scheme, funding scheme. Ayush Swasthya Yojana is another funding opportunity available with the Ministry of Ayush. If you see the core research areas in the corner, left-hand corner, so clinical research, drug research, so there are different research areas. You can choose your topic of your interest, or depending on the infrastructure and expertise available with the organization affiliated with you. So this is the short about Central Ayurveda Research Institute, because sometimes we also have openings for BMS as well as MD. That's why I'm just telling you what are the different areas of our activities. Metabolic disorders, and we are focusing on diabetes and dyslipidemia to start with. Of course, obesity and Ayurveda dietetics. We also, along with the research activities, we also offer patient care, institutional level as well as through outreach camps. Medico-ethnobotanical survey is another area, drug standardization. We are Center of Excellence for Diabetes. We are also one of the peripheral pharmacovigilance centers. Monitoring of centrally funded projects happens through our institute in Karnataka. IEC we conduct like Arogya conferences, they are all regularly going on. Any other assignment of national importance we carry out related to research and development in Ayurveda. We had OPD, and now we also have IPD, 28 bedded IPD became functional from this month. We presently have 25 projects and 13 MOUs are in place presently. The collaborators include reputed organizations like IISc, Bangalore Medical College, CSIR, CFTRI, Mysore, and of course, TDU is always our partner in many of the research endeavors. So what to say, Dr. Megha? I was asked by Dr. Megha to conclude my presentation with some takeaway points. I would say there is ample opportunity even in the government sector, and your competency level matters at academic level, professional work, hobbies, even the personal development. So then having the right skills and knowledge can make significant difference in how well you can perform and achieve your goals. These are all just general rules. Probably this is a repetition of what other speakers have told before me. And research mindset is very important always, because curiosity and critical thinking, this should be part of any profession. According to me, no profession or course is bad. How we look at it, how we take the maximum benefit out of it, or how sitting in that position, how we are going to affect the public. These aspects are very important. And how you enjoy your work in each, however boring it is, in each work there is some element. Definitely you have to find out which is that element and focus on that. We have seen many people who are we call them successful, but I meet many people, but many people, they are not happy. According to us, they are big achievers, but they are not happy. So it's your own personal choice and personal effort to be happy with whatever you are doing, and things like that. So willingness to learn is another quality one should definitely inculcate, and take up challenges, take up any kind of work. See, for us, I may be an administrator, but I am a peon also in my institution. I am a doctor, and I become ward aya also sometimes. If somebody is hungry, food has not come. When I go for the rounds, they say no, food has not come. Then I lift a plate and give them, okay, what is there? You eat it. So that kind of open-mindedness and willingness to learn, that's very important. Communication skill, of course, is very essential in every aspect of life, both professionally and personally. So that's what being connected with the world involves staying informed, engaged, and aware of what is happening around you. So, if you focus on these points, you will definitely become successful and you will be happy. Whatever profession you are in, whatever course you take admission in, you have to be focusing on all these areas. That's what I feel. And I thank you very much for the opportunity. I know Dr. Megha and Dr. Vishnu Prasad for many years. They are not from Ayurveda field at all, but their viewpoint and their interpretation about Ayurveda basic principles, it's really amazing. I'm very happy to be associated with you and the TDU as a whole. Thank you very much. And see, I have told you, you have to be, because you have that powerful tool called smartphone with you. Always you will be, I'm sure always you're into it. Take out sometimes 10 minutes, 20 minutes in a day to see what is happening in at least health sector. Not only that, I always advise every students or that young group to know what is happening in the world, in politics, what is happening internationally, what is happening, who will win president's election in USA. So that kind of, what happens when plastic is burned, why do you, what harm the use of harpic causes when it is poured into the drain. So all these things doctors are specially supposed to know, not just about the diet or yoga or physical activity. It's such a vast, each and every aspect of social life, psychological life, physical being is connected to medical field. Especially the Ayurveda, the science of life originated in India, surviving many invasions, many, what to say, political, against political will. So it's surviving, and you are fortunate. You should think you are fortunate to learn this science, and you are in the Ayurveda biology course. Even I want to go undergo that course. I keep telling Dr. Megha, you devise some small short course for me, because I don't know anything about that subject. So you're all very fortunate. Thank you. You can also contact me. My institution's mail ID I have given. I have also given my mail ID, and you will get a response immediately.
All right. Thank you so much.